Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
You shed a light that guides me home.
I got it.
You're my favorite.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team, and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Fort Dodge, Iowa, USA. It's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Let's not waste any time. Let's take it upstairs to Mr. Fitzpatrick for today's starting lineups.
Winner of this game will advance to the semifinal round tomorrow on Iowa Central Field, starting at 7:30 p.m. Now let's meet your non-starters and assistant coaches. First of all, for the visitors from Bettendorf. Number 6, Natalie Hitt. Number 10, Navy Clark. Number 16, Megan Harrison. Number 19, Avery Frenchman. And number 26, Addie Williamson. Your assistant coaches, Haley Dua, Maddie Mathis, Caitlin Andreessen, and Nicole Timmons. Now here's your starting lineup for the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Leading up and playing left field, number 2, Bree Caffrey. Batting second at first base, number 31, Brooklyn Taylor. Batting third at shortstop, number 18, Sophia Del Vecchio. Clean up third for the Bulldogs and doing the pitching, number 12, Emily Rigdon. Batting fifth in right field, number 7, Lily Anderson. Batting sixth at third base, number 20, Sarah Rigdon. Batting seventh and doing the catching, number 13, Ellie Erpelding. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 8, Katie Harrison. And batting ninth in center field, number 3, Brooke Magistrelli. The flex player at second base, number 4, Kate Scholl. Head coach for the Bettendorf Bulldogs, Bob Mathis. Now let's meet the home team, Fort Dodge Dodgers. Number 3, Ashlyn Wills. Number 6, Kenzie McElrath. Number 7, Macy Brown. Number 8, Lydia Lara. Number 13, Dallas Richardson. Number 14, Maggie Elsbecker. Number 15, Mia McCaleb. Number 16, Lucy Porter. And number 17, Reese Peterson. Your assistant coaches, Aaron Miller, Molly Mathis, and Tom McClyman. And now, here's your starting lineup for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, leading off and doing the pitching, number 12, Jalen Adams. Batting second at shortstop, number 9, Corey Bennett. Batting third at first base, number 20, Mariah Myers. Cleanup third for the Dodgers, doing the catching, number 11, Tristan Duster. Batting fifth at second base, number 4, Martina Lowry. Batting sixth in right field, number 5, Maya Davis. Batting seventh in left field, number 10, Chloe Wirtz. Batting eighth in center field, number 1, Sophia Klinger. And batting in the ninth spot at third base, number 2, Haley Wills. Head coach for the Dodgers, Andy Adams. Please turn your attention to the home plate area. The umpires for this contest, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Randy Morris. At third base, Lorraine Rogers. And calling the balls and strikes this evening, Mark Amadeo. All right. Who's ready for state tournament softball?
Well, welcome. Well, welcome back here behind home plate as we get set for this Class 5A bout between the number 1 seed, the Fort Dodge Dodgers, and the number 8 seed, the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Let's take a look at that road to state before our first pitch here tonight. And you probably saw it as she was coming back on camera, but Coach Adams pretty hyped up here with her Fort Dodge Dodgers here at home. Let's take a look at that road to state. First of all, the number 8 seed, the Bettendorf Bulldogs, are 24-15 on the year. Head coach Bob Mathis, you saw him out there. They're the Region 8 champions. They knocked off the number 1 overall seed. We'll talk more about that. Muscatine in the regional championship game. Their 8th tournament appearance. They were ranked 13th in Class 5A. And for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, the home team, literally, here in Fort Dodge, actually playing on the home field that they do throughout the regular season as well. Head coach Andy Adams, 35-7 on the year for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. They were the champions of Region Number 1 against Southeast Sioux City East. 17th state tournament appearance, ranked number 2 in Class 5A in the final rankings. We mentioned Muscatine was ranked number 1. They went down to this Bettendorf team, so that tells you right there that anything can happen. And if we can tell anything from our first Class 5A bout here on this field between the 2-seed Pleasant Valley, the crosstown rival of this Bettendorf team, and Southeast Polk, we're going to have a fun one. That one was a 11-10 victory for Pleasant Valley, where they led 10-0. Southeast Polk came back and made it 10-10, and then Pleasant Valley wins it in the bottom half of the 7th inning, 11-10. Jalen Adams in the circle for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Adams in her junior season, 27th appearance on the year, 138 and 2/3 innings pitched. She's allowed 12 hits, a 0.61, yes, 0.61 ERA. She is allowed this year as a pitcher. 22 wins, just 1 loss, and 2 saves on the year for the junior. And the first pitch is going to miss inside for a ball. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes early here in Fort Dodge. Bettendorf with the All Blacks, so are Fort Dodge, but fortunately in softball you're able to tell with obviously one team's in the field and one team's batting, but also the jerseys for Fort Dodge with the Fort Dodge in red across the chest, and for Bettendorf yellow, those flashy yellow helmets. Look at those things. First pitch that's been called for a strike now, as the first 2 went for balls from Adams. It's a 2-1 strike count to the leadoff hitter, Caffrey. This one's out into left field, and a diving snag by Chloe Wirtz to start off the game. There's get some momentum for Fort Dodge as Chloe Wirtz dives in and makes that play. Let's take a look at that one again as Caffrey steps in and sends that one out to left field, and Chloe Wirtz making the diving play out there. Pretty good effort by her out in left field. Back-to-back left-handed batters for Bettendorf as the 2-hitter, 31 Brooklyn Tierlink, will step in. And that one's fouled back to the backstop. This Bettendorf team, we mentioned they knocked off the number 1 overall seed in Muscatine in the regional final. And Coach Mathis, who's down the third base side, coaching his team here today, wearing a white jersey, the opposite of what the team's wearing. Team's wearing the black jerseys. Him and his assistant coach both wearing the white jerseys down the baseline. Said in one of the articles I was reading about that game that he was, a little sad that that game had to be in the regional final. He said it almost felt like a state tournament game there in that regional final championship. And his team came out victorious, a couple of home runs in that game. And it's going to be tough to get runs across here against one of the top pitchers in the state of Iowa, Jalen Adams. She's thrown 8 pitches so far, has recorded an out. Has a 2-2 count here. And this batter, and there's a strikeout. Adams with the strikeout, 1-2 so far for the junior. Been slugging it for Fort Dodge since she was an 8th grader. Now up to her junior season. She's obviously grown with getting older, but if you look at pictures, as this one's up in the air and will go to the left side and be caught for out number 3. We'll talk more about that, but Jalen Adams, she gets through it quickly. She was excited to get this game going. And Fort Dodge early, a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. We'll head to the bottom half of the first inning, where we'll see Bettendorf for the first time in the field. You're watching the IGHSAU State Softball Championships here on the Digital Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it. to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
Back to Fort Dodge as the IGHSAU State Softball Championships, presented to you by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy. As this is going to give us an opportunity to check out the defense for the first time of the Bettendorf Bulldogs. And for the first time, we're going to get to see Emily Rigdon. Didn't know for sure who was going to be the starter, as a couple of them have starts this year. Sophia Del Vecchio also with 20 appearances this season and 91 innings. Actually has pitched more innings than Rigdon, but Rigdon, the sophomore, gets the start in the circle. She wears number 12, making her 22nd appearance. 89 2/3 innings pitched so far this year, a 3.59 ERA, 66 strikeouts, 92 hits given up, 33 walks. She's hit 6 batters, and she's got a 9-5-1. 9 wins, 5 losses, and 1 save so far on the year. There's Jalen Adams stepping into the box for the first time in this ball game, as she has taken a 1-1 count to start things off. And Adams finishing that conversation we were mentioning moments ago. When you look at pictures and see Jalen Adams play when she was younger, she has grown her height. So much taller, so much stronger, and you can tell going to be a force to be reckoned with here in this state tournament next year as well. That's the problem for Class 5A, is they're going to have to deal with Jalen Adams and company again next year, as she'll come back as a senior. Bats from the left side. It has a 3-1 count to start things off from Rigdon. See that colorful helmet, all the stickers she's got on her helmet, and that's ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to start things off for Adams, and she's down to first base. Tori Bennett, who's also been firing for Fort Dodge since she was a young age. She's a classmate of Jalen Adams, has been on the team since she was an 8th grader and a freshman as well. These two were kind of the two. There's a ton from that grade now that are up on this team and playing consistently, but when they were young, it was kind of the 1-2 of Tori Bennett and Jalen Adams that kind of got things going for that grade. As Bennett will step in from the right side. Runner over at first base is a courtesy runner. And Bennett was squaring to bunt, and the runner will get back. We'll make sure we snag a number on that courtesy runner for you. 17, Reese Peterson. The sophomore Reese Peterson is in a courtesy run for Adams over at first base. Reese set up in a track runner's position. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner just above the scoreboard. Rigdon, the pitch, and it's bunted, and it's going to be fouled back to the backstop, and now Tori Bennett's going to have to swing away for Fort Dodge here in the 2-hole. With 2 strikes, I would assume she's not bunting again with an 0-2 count. But Bennett can handle the bat just fine. 52 hits on the year, 49 runs, 35 RBI, including 1 home run for her this season. They set up outside. The pitch is taken for a ball. It'll be 1-2 the count. Mentioned Bennett. That's what you see from this Fort Dodge team. They're one of those teams that it doesn't matter if your 2-hitter has 52 hits on the year, they try to bunt her right away. Second leading hit getter on the team, and they try to bunt her just to move that runner. That'll be a foul ball. That's one thing with talking with Fort Dodge coaches and staff and those that cover the Dodgers on a nightly basis, is the biggest thing about this team is their selflessness. 1-2. This one hit well, but it's going to be a foul ball, and it will stay a 1-2 count. A lot of fans out here you'd expect here on their home field. Fort Dodge has filled the stands. All around the bleachers, you can see there in that camera shot, there's black and red everywhere. Ground ball, third base side. They're going to go to first for the out at first base. They'll get it. So Bennett does move the runner, what her original goal was to do. As you'll see here, just nicely tapped over to the left side and enough to move the runner. Doesn't have to be anything flashy. All it takes is one run to win a softball game. As that was Sarah Rigdon, the 8th grader, over at third base making the play. This is a big game for her as well. First time at the state tournament. Inside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Sarah Rigdon is over at third base. The shortstop is Sofia Del Vecchio, who we could see in the circle at some point tonight. Kate Scholl is at second base. She's the flex player, will not bat tonight. As the Fort Dodge crowd not agreeing with that strike. You know when the Fort Dodge crowd isn't agreeing because there's enough of them here in Fort Dodge that they did not like that pitch. Tierlink is over at first base, Brooklyn. Behind the plate is Erpelding. And Emily Rigdon is in the circle. This one in the air towards shortstop, and it's going to be caught by Del Vecchio. She jumped up a little bit there, going back towards the grass and makes the play for the out. We'll see this one again. Just a little blooper. And Del Vecchio just steps back, makes the catch, and then, of course, looking at Peterson over at second base to make sure she's not going anywhere. And now Bettendorf with 2 outs after the leadoff runner gets on via a walk, which is always a dangerous thing in the game of softball. Now Bettendorf has 2 outs and a chance to get out of it. This could be it. Pop fly in the air, and a great attempt by Erpelding behind the plate, just not quite able to pull it in. That's a tough play. You're running towards a fence, you're running towards a screen. You got fans right there, and you're trying to catch the softball as well, with the mask on, not to mention. So tough play there for Erpelding, but one that will be a 1 ball and, or rather, no ball and 1 strike count now. Rigdon will find the sign, and Erpelding will get it from the dugout. We'll have a 1-1 count. From left to right in the outfield, Caffrey is in left field. Megastrelli is in center field, and Anderson, Olivia Anderson, in right field for the Bulldogs of Bettendorf. That one misses high. This is a rematch from last year's quarterfinals as well. These two teams say, hey, this seems familiar. These two teams met in this exact same game last year here at the state tournament, in which Fort Dodge came away with the victory 7-0. So Bettendorf looking for some redemption. That's a base hit up the middle for Fort Dodge, and the first run of the ball game is going to slide in safely. And the ball is going to get back to the backstop, and it's going to turn into a 2-bagger for Tristan Doster. Tristan Doster is a Dodger that hits the ball very far and scores a lot of runs. And you don't see a lot of ground balls for her, but it doesn't matter that time. She just needed to score the run. It's exactly what she did. The cleanup hitter, Doster, scores the runner, Peterson. And Doster will move up on the throw. So Fort Dodge on the board early. Bettendorf nearly got out of it after the leadoff walk to Jalen Adams. Put a runner in scoring position, but Tristan Doster said, here, I'll bring her in. One ball and no strikes to count now for Fort Dodge. They'll send up the 5-hitter in the order. Martina Lowry, the junior, also the classmate of Bennett and Adams. Wills also in that clash. We'll see her throughout the game as well. Also in the starting lineup tonight, Haley Wills. 3-0 the count to Lowry here in the 5 spot. 21 pitches for Rigdon here in the first. Taking all the way, it's a called strike. It'll be 3-1. The wind is kind of held up a little bit here in Fort Dodge, and it seems like it's gotten a little steamier. The humidity is definitely picked up a little bit as the afternoon and night has gone on, and that's going to be ball for a 5-pitch walk to Lowry, and she'll head down to first base. It'll be first and second for Fort Dodge with 2 outs as the 5-hitter will come in. Maya Davis, who's in right field tonight, also plays center field. 39 hits for her, 25 RBI on the season, and a chance to do it again here with a runner in scoring position and a 1-0 Fort Dodge lead. You'll be able to see the scoreboard throughout today's contest down in the right-hand corner of the screen. This one is going to go off. I believe it went off their face mask. She bunted it, and they believe it went off the bottom half of her face mask and then obviously hit her in the box, so it's going to be a foul ball. Let's see if we can see this one from this angle. Yeah, just off the face. She's okay. She looked over at her coach. Coach Adams down the third base side said, I'm okay. She'll step back in. Tough. They set up outside, and it goes outside. It'll be a ball. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom half of inning number 1. And a 1-0 lead for Fort Dodge with runners at first and second. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 3. It'll be a strikeout for Rigdon. And Bettendorf will get out of it. 1 run on 1 hit. 27 pitches thrown by Rigdon. As that will be the end of inning number 1. We'll head to the top half of inning number 2, where we'll see Fort Dodge up once again. We'll be right back.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Back to Fort Dodge. It's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and brought to you by MidAmerican Energy and all the rest of our great sponsors. Well, we're going to see the opposing pitcher in the batter's box for the first time as it's 4, 5, and 6 due up for Bettendorf as they went down 1-2-3 in the first, and Emily Rigdon will step in. She takes a big cut, and it'll be a miss against Adams. Adams is hard to hit against. Well, when you gather a 0.16 ERA, 0.61 ERA, you got to get those numbers right because it is a big deal. It changes things a lot. That one will miss for a ball. Fort Dodge crowd didn't agree. Bettendorf crowd was okay with it. Fort Dodge 28-4. They outscored Sioux Cities in the regional tournament. They played Sioux City North in the opening round and beat them 12-0 and beat Sioux City East in the regional championship game. You saw on our road to state 16-4 was the final score in that contest. Doster, the catcher behind the plate, trying to hype up Jalen Adams, and she agreed with the umpire that time. As the Fort Dodge crowd did not, but Doster told Adams that the umpire was correct and then looked over at Coach Andy Adams and showed Coach Andy Adams where the ball was and said, yeah, it was a ball. So Doster agreed, but it doesn't matter as Adams will find the strikeout she was looking for anyway. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adams has thrown 16 pitches so far in this game, and she struck out 2 of the 4 batters she's faced. Olivia Anderson, the right fielder now, will send one to shortstop. It's scooped up and fired over to first. Routine play for Tori Bennett at shortstop. 6-3 for out number 2. Myers over at first base, able to squeeze it for the out. Myers, an 8th grader for the Dodgers, getting the start. That's pretty big when you're an 8th grader starting on the number 1 team in the Class 5A bracket, number 2 ranked team in the state coming in. She hit 7 home runs this year as an 8th grader. Now a little blooper over to her, and she squeezes it for out number 3. Myers, the 8th grader, showing why she belongs on the biggest stage in Fort Dodge. Goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first and the top of the second. 8 pitches for Adams. We'll head to the bottom half of the second where the Dodgers will try to extend their lead on the IGHSAU digital network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Fort Dodge, it's the IGHSAU State Championships brought to you by our friends at Mid-American Energy Company and presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau as Chloe Wirtz will step in the 7th spot, 7-8-9 due up for the Dodgers. Hey fans, Central College has new tuition prices at just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens the door for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. That's central.edu. That one will miss for a ball after the foul ball, so it'll be a 1-ball-and-1 strike count. There's a good logo from our friends at Central College since 1853. Stepping back into the right-handed batter's box is Worth. A ton of lefties on this Fort Dodge team we've seen come up. Ground ball, third base side, and it's going to be a foul ball. One ball and 2 strikes to count. Rigdon has thrown 30 pitches in 1 complete inning so far. She's thrown 3 pitches so far to Wirtz to lead things off. 7-8-9 all due up for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, who batted 6th in the first and scored 1 run. On a Doster RBI single up the middle. Scored the pinch hitter Reese Peterson, who came in to run for Jalen Adams, the leadoff hitter who walked. And Doster brought her in as the 4-hitter. Ball 3 taken now. You can see the scoreboard down there in the bottom right-hand corner. Fort Dodge leads Bettendorf 1-0. Fort Dodge, the number 1 overall seed, getting the late game here. With all the Fort Dodge fans coming and attending. There's a line drive at the second baseman. That one's snagged by Scholl for out number 1. Good job by Scholl. Sometimes those are tough. Watch this one again. Sometimes those ones are tough. Lined right to her, but it's coming at you. You're expecting, as an infielder, a lot of infielders expecting ground balls. If you see when the infield starts to play, if when you see from this camera angle from the outfield, you'll watch the shortstop, Del Vecchio there. A lot of times when they're preparing, they're getting down. They'll come up, they'll get down, and they're preparing for it. Look at that. She gets down. When you're preparing for anything, you're getting into an athletic position, not necessarily into a ground ball position. You're getting into an athletic position because you never know. You might have to jump, you might have to catch a line drive, you might have to ground ball, but when you think about balls in the infield, a lot of times it's a ground ball. Infielders are scooping ground balls, firing at first. So sometimes infielders not ready for those line drives to the second baseman, but it was a good job there by Scholl, who did so. But Rigdon has fallen quickly behind of Sophia Klinger here for Fort Dodge. Klinger, a senior, 41 hits on the year. She has taken 9 walks. Adams leads the team in walks with 28, but 9 so far on the year for Klinger, and now things are going to be tied at 2-2. That's exactly what Rigdon wanted. The fourth pitch was taken for a strike, and then Klinger sends that one into the fencing for a foul ball. So it'll be a 3-ball and 2-strike count with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning for Fort Dodge. The 8-hitter Klinger from the right side will take ball 4. So if you're Fort Dodge, you like to see 8 getting on base, especially when you have a top of the order like Fort Dodge does. As Haley Wills will step in now in the 9 spot. And Fort Dodge, one of those teams that kind of hides a really good hitter in their 9 spot. 30 hits, 21 RBIs for Wills this season. Not your typical 9-hole hitter. And the first pitch will be taken for a called strike. Wills originally brought the bat around like she was going to bunt. The runner was obviously going to take off if that ball was in play. And we'll have an 0-1 count here for Wills. That's ball 1. Pardon me. Runner over at first base for the Dodgers. A 1-1 count. 1 out. As the humidity has picked up here in Fort Dodge. And the wind has kind of died down. That's what we've, been having that's kind of made it not so hot here in Fort Dodge so far today has been the wind. As you see a sacrifice bunt laid down by the 9-hole hitter. And moves the runner to second base. Won't count against her. And with the sacrifice bunt, Rigdon fields it and fires it over to first base in time for the out. Adams steps back in, her second plate appearance. Walked her first. And that courtesy runner, Peterson, who came in for her, later came around to score, and that's where we stand, 1-0 Fort Dodge in the bottom half of the second inning. Game 3 of the 5A slate here in the quarterfinal round is a big cut there from Adams. Iowa City, City High, and Ankeny Centennial are playing right now across the way in the Iowa Central field. We'll try to get an update for you when that one goes final. And then to close out tonight is Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Adams bunting for a hit, left side. Is she going to be safe? She's well safe, and the ball will get past the first baseman, and the run's going to score. Adams will have a bunt single. She was going to be safe, so it's going to count as a bunt single for Jalen Adams, and then the error is going to come. Watch, the error is going to come on the throw from the third baseman as it goes high. Adams was well safe, but the error is going to come on Sarah Rigdon at third base. Rigdon firing it over there to first base, and Adams will stay at first base. Didn't want to go anywhere, and Peterson is back over at first base to run. So Adams has been on twice tonight, 1 for 1 as she walked, and definitely hitting for a hit there, or bunting for a hit rather I should say, and she was for sure going to be safe. I mean, she was a couple steps ahead of that ball. But then there will be an error on Bettendorf on the throw. 1-1 is the count. Peterson again in that track stance over there at first base. Ground ball left side. It's going to get through the hole. Just a sharp piece of hitting there for Tori Bennett as she hits it directly past the diving third baseman Rigdon. Watch this again. Just a great piece of hitting by Tori Bennett right past the outstretched arms of Rigdon out into left field for a base hit, and runners at first and second here for Fort Dodge with 2 outs. And the Dodgers put some runs across here with the part of their order with 2 outs. We'll find out. Have found a couple of runs so far, 1 in each inning. That one will ride inside. It'll be a 1-0 strike count. Again, these two teams played last year in this exact same game here in the region or the state first round quarterfinals. Fort Dodge won 7-0, and right now they lead 2-0 in this round's quarterfinals. That one's deep, and that one is at the wall, and it's going to be caught. Myers gave it a ride to center field. The 8th grader, 7 home runs on the year, was going for number 8, and what a big one it would have been, but it's caught right at the wall for out number 3. She gave it a run, but Magistrelli back there in center field will make the play for out number 3. 1 run on 2 hits and an error, 22 pitches thrown from Rigdon. We'll come back and we'll have more softball coverage here from the IGHSAU State Softball Championships on the digital network powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Back to Fort Dodge. The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy Company. There's the scoreboard flashing in. And after 2 complete innings, it's Fort Dodge 2 and Bettendorf 0. We head to the 3rd inning. And for Bettendorf, we'll see 7, 8, and 9 all due up, and it starts with Erpelding. Ellie Erpelding, there's number 13, bats from the left side. And she has a 2-0 count here from Adams. Adams has been flawless so far for the Dodgers. 3 up and 3 down. First strike of the inning and the at-bat. 21 pitches is all Adams has used so far. That includes, well, let's take the 3 away from so far in this inning. So it took her 18 pitches to get the first 6 outs of the ball game. And now we're going to have a reach. First base runner of the ball game for Bettendorf on a ball that was bobbled down the third base side by Wills. It will be an error charge to the Fort Dodge third baseman. So it won't affect Jalen Adams as far as hits in a game goes. This one is back to the backstop. Erpelding is over at first base. Harrison, the batter, 8 and 9 are the next 2 due up for Bettendorf. That big win in the regional championship game. Their win in the semifinals much closer against Davenport West, 4-3, and then beat Muscatine 7-2. Here's a ground ball, and Wills will fire that one cleanly over to first base. It's a sac bunt. Erpelding will move over to second base. And we'll have the 9-hole hitter, the center fielder, Magistrelli, will step in on the right side. Back here to the backstop, still after 2 full days now of sitting right behind home plate. I can't help but flinch. The screen that's in front of us it's much better to see through, but it almost scares me more. Much of an upgrade, for sure. Right here, the screen. But when you got a chain link fence in front of you, you're like, okay. when you got this clear fence, it's not that this fence is unsafe, but it's so easy to see through it, what it's supposed to do, that you just see the ball coming back at you. And again, a bunt down the third base line is going to move the runner over to first base, and Wills makes another nice play over there. Back-to-back bunt outs. Or Pelding moves to third base on the sack. So back-to-back sack bunts. An interesting strategy here for Bettendorf. They'll bring the top of the order up. That's why they sack bunt their 8 and their 9 to move the 7 hitter over to third base for the top of the order, and it will start with Caffery. Brianna Caffery is sophomore, 54 hits on the season. Including 12 RBI, and she has a chance here with the runner just one bag away. Slap down the third base side. Tough play for Wills. It's in time. Tough play for Wills at third base. She makes it. The Bettendorf coaching staff not thinking that was the right call, but the umpire says it is, and we will head to the bottom half of inning number 3 right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Fort Dodge. It's the IGHSAU Digital Network. Let's take a look at that play over at third base one more time as Ruben will fire it up for us here. Ground ball to the third base, and Wills says, let me snag that. Thought about tagging the runner. Gets her over at first base, and a fantastic call by our official over at first base. Got her just barely by a step. The umpire's right on top of it here in Fort Dodge, able to make the play. Wills just fantastic over there at third base. 4, 5, and 6 are all due up for Fort Dodge, including Doster, who will come to the plate for the second time. She scored a run her last time up. She is the all-time leading home run hitter here in school history at Fort Dodge. As that one misses for a ball, she broke that record this year. Eric Pratt and his staff at the Fort Dodge Messenger do a fantastic job, and I bring that up because they don't just cover Fort Dodge or surrounding areas here at the state tournament. They literally, in the Messenger newspaper, they cover every game here played at the state tournament, as there's a fly out for Doster, a very loud out to center field. Magistrelli will make the play. But the Messenger, they have a reporter and photographers flipping around between both fields, but they have a reporter all day long here at the fields, and they're reporting on all the games, a lot of the games, and doing little write-ups about them. Great coverage by a local newspaper here in Fort Dodge. One of the reasons why everybody's excited to come back to Fort Dodge each and every single year. The year 51 of the IGHSAU State Softball Championships in the great city of Fort Dodge. And in reading one of the articles, that's how we know that this tournament coming back here for a few more years. Hopefully many, many more to come, but the city of Fort Dodge and saying yes to more state softball here in the city of Fort Dodge. Ground ball, third base side. Oh, the stretch! The split stretch over at first base by Tierlink. Oh, man. Ground ball to the shortstop, Del Vecchio. Watch this. Del Vecchio makes a tough play, and the full splits at first base for the out. Yes. And the snow cone over there as well. Oh, man. Tierlink. That made the play. If she doesn't stretch like that, the runner is safe. Davis will step in now in the 6th spot, her second time. Maya Davis, left-handed batter, will bat for the second time in the ball game. And that one will miss for a ball as well. If you're a hitter in that situation, that's one of those where you say, you take your hat off, you tip your hat to the fielder and say, good play. Good play. Nothing the batter could have done there. Hit it in a spot that a lot of runners are going to get on. Tough play in the infield, especially when the third baseman is diving in front of the shortstop. Just got to tip your cap to a good play. 2-1 the count here early to Davis, who originally looked like maybe she was going to square to bunt. Obviously bunting for a hit with nobody on base and 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. 2-0 Fort Dodge leads. You can see there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Bottom of the 3rd inning is where we're at. Moving along here pretty quickly. We got a delayed start due to the long nature of the game. Here's a bunt. She is bunting for a hit. Can Rigdon get over there? No. So it'll be a bunt hit for Davis, as Rigdon was unable to get it over there. Good play, though, by Rigdon. Gave it a chance, see, and yep, umpire is correct. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Wirtz will step in for a second time. She lined out to the second baseman her last time up. Hard, sharply hit ball. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Looked like the runner Davis was going to try to take off, and Fort Dodge doing that where they, obviously, I don't know that Wirtz is going to be bunting here in this situation with 2 outs, though Davis just did. But sometimes trying to get that bat out there to make an obstruction. And this one is a hit and run. The runner was moving. The ball's in the right field. They're going to try to send her home. Here comes the throw. It's not to the plate, and she's safe. That's going to be a base hit by Chloe Wirtz. And you see the runner. You see Coach Adams in the bottom right-hand corner. Her arms moving, saying, let's go. We're scoring. We're scoring. And sliding play. The Fort Dodge runners, they always like to do that outside slide to try to get away from the throw. And then Wirtz will move up to second base on the throw. So it's going to be an RBI single with an advancement on the throw, so it will not be an extra base hit. And Fort Dodge back in business, scoring a run here in the bottom half of the 3rd, leading 3-0. Another base ball hit to the shortstop, and another scoop over at first base. A split for an out, and then a scoop over at first base for Tierlink. And it will be Bettendorf who will get out of it. Another great play by Del Vecchio at shortstop. But another run added to the board for the Fort Dodge Dodgers on a couple of hits and 12 pitches. We'll head to the 4th inning. After 3 complete on the IGHSAU Digital Network, it's Fort Dodge 3 and Bettendorf 0.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Back to Fort Dodge, Iowa. The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by MidAmerican Energy Company. Hey fans, the official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. It looks so fantastic. The merchandise they have here for the state tournament, you can browse and pick yours today. to match your style at the IGHSAU.org. Same place you can find this stream link that you found us today, either that or on YouTube. Make sure you tell your friends they want to watch the continuation of this game or maybe one of our semifinals. This and the game over Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy will close out our quarterfinals. It's hard to fathom that we're already through the quarterfinals and the rest of the tournament is going to just fly by, unfortunately. Wish it would keep going for a while. It's such a fun time being down here in Fort Dodge. This one's fouled up and out of play. Oh, and 2 is the count to lead things off for Tierlink. She's 0 for 1 so far in the contest. She struck out swinging her last time up. That is called strike 3 on the inside corner. Nice pitch there from Jalen Adams for strike 3 right on the inside corner. Let's watch strike 3 again here from Adams. Just paints the outside corner for the strikeout. Del Vecchio will send her first pitch high in the air towards the third base bag, and making the play is Wills, the third baseman, in foul territory. Out number 1. Ellie Rigdon will step in, the third baseman. Excuse me, this is Emily Rigdon. Apologize. Emily Rigdon is the pitcher. And Sarah Rigdon is the third baseman, the freshman third baseman, who's been busy over there today. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. Adams has been pretty good, 34 pitches through 3 2/3. And of Adams' pitches, she has thrown 68.57% of strikes. 68% strike rate here through the 4th inning. 35 pitches, 24 strikes. Oof. That one rides upstairs, and just as we're talking about that, misses with a couple. It'll be 2 balls and a strike now. Haven't had many counts with more balls than strikes. Rigdon, on the other hand, for the batter right now, but she's also doing the pitching for Bettendorf, has thrown 61 pitches, and she has 35 strikes. 57%, which is still a pretty good percentage. In the air towards the 8th grader Myers over at first base, and she'll make the play for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. We've played 3.5, and it's still Fort Dodge leading 3-0. We're back after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized teaching.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
To Fort Dodge, it's the IGHSAU State Softball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. You see the box score there. Fort Dodge, 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. Bettendorf, no runs on no hits, and they've committed an error so far in this contest. Actually, a couple of errors there for Bettendorf in the contest. That one's downstairs for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to lead things off. It's 9-1-2 for Fort Dodge, 9-1-2. They'll start off with the 9-hitter Wills, followed by Adams and Bennett. Bettendorf, I'm sure the Bettendorf fans also were observers during the first game when Pleasant Valley was out there, crosstown rival, but even with that, I'm sure you still know people, you still have friends. I'm sure that maybe the softball girls have worked out or maybe played in younger league balls with each other. And you see a couple of the Pleasant Valley softball players who won a thrilling 11-10 game over Southeast Polk earlier have just walked up into the Bettendorf crowd along the first base side. You'll see it right there. There's the Bettendorf crowd up there. And a few Fort Dodge fans also in the mix. They ran out of places to put the Fort Dodge Dodger fans. They're on the other side. They've got these entire bleachers above us, right above us here, and then over there, one of the directions. And then when you see our outfield cam, when you see those balls in the outfield, they're just strung out everywhere. There's a good shot out in the outfield, and it'll be a base hit for the 9-hitter. And that's a good sign when you get your 9-hitter. There's a pan around the field here. Just a beautiful, nice base hit placed. All those bleachers out there filled with Fort Dodge Dodger fans. The American flag there between the two fields. Iowa Central Diamond across the way getting set to host Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That game was scheduled to start at 7:30. Definitely was not starting at 7:30 as the Ankeny Centennial game concluded not too long ago, and we'll give you an update on the final score of that. It was Ankeny Centennial, the 6th seed, defeating the 3 seed Iowa City High 2-0. Centennial's win is only the second win by a lower-ranked team in this tournament. The only other lower-ranked team to get a win was Boone over Carlisle in the Class 4A tournament. Boone beat Carlisle 5-0. Other than that, to close out 4A, Western Dubuque beat North Polk 2/7, and ADM with a solo home run is the difference in their game against Clear Creek Amana, 1-0 the final on that one. Of course, Pleasant Valley with the victory. Jalen Adams just rips that out into right field. It hits off the right field wall, and they're going to send the run. No, they stop her at the last second. Wills was around third base, and she had the stop sign of the stop sign, and she had an absolute put on the brakes. It was kind of like when a hockey player is heading towards the goal and there's a whistle and they all stop and kick their skates out and slide the ice up. That's exactly what you saw from Wills rounding third base as she kind of stopped with the brakes on a base hit from Jalen Adams. And it'll have runners at first and third. Will Fort Dodge with nobody out. They're trying to break things open here in the 4th inning as Adams is on for a 3rd time in this contest, and we'll have a courtesy runner come in for the pitcher. Peterson over at first base, 2 singles and a walk for Jalen Adams. She's pitched a no-hitter so far and now is on base 3 for 3 so far in the contest. And we'll have a conversation in the circle. Nobody out, runners at first and third for Fort Dodge as Coach Adams down the third base side got her 700th career win this year, which is incredible. She's coached at Fort Dodge for 12 years, and she picked up her 700th career win. Do have a score in the top half of the 3rd inning. It's Waukee leading Kennedy 3-0. Some people thought maybe that Kennedy would be a threat to Fort Dodge. They trail Waukee right now 3-0. Fort Dodge rolling here in the 4th. 7 hits, 3 runs, and have runners at first and third. With the shortstop Tori Bennett to bat now, she's 1 for 2. The pitch will miss for a ball. And Bettendorf with a little play there, trying to figure out where the runners were going to take off with. When you get to first and third, you always have your first and third play. And of course, Fort Dodge was talking about theirs, and Bettendorf was talking about theirs. They didn't have to signal it because they called the timeout. They were able to talk about it, what they were going to do, and they threw it to the second baseman, which is different. A lot of times they'll throw it to the shortstop or throw it to the... Oh, they got her at second base, but the run is going to come home. Did they get her at home? No. So they got Peterson, the runner, at second base, but it scores another run. for Fort Dodge. Let's watch this one again. The bunt gets pulled back. A nice throw behind the plate. Well out at second base, and then the run is scored. Erpelding with a nice play. And now we've got pause for maybe a cleat.
2-0 count, 2-0.
The count is 2-0, says our home plate umpire. And I think the second baseman, Scholl, might have got a little bit of a cleat there, unintentional, of Peterson sliding into second base. But Erpelding with a nice throw down to second. Wills scores. And it's 4-0 Fort Dodge with one out and the bases are clear. So now Tori Bennett can just swing away and do what she normally does. No runners on base. Fort Dodge obviously would like to have the runner in scoring position. A good snag over there in the pitcher's circle for Rigdon as she'll fire to first base in time for the out. Tierlink, I don't know if she really knew what to do there, as she had to come off the normal bag onto the safety bag to make the play and then try to get out of the way of the runner. And the Fort Dodge assistant coach down the first base side telling head coach Andy Adams that it was a clean play and not to ask the umpires about it. Ground ball third base side. It's scooped up by Sarah Rigdon over to first, and it's dropped by the first baseman, Tierlink, and the eighth grader Myers is going to be safe over at first. So it'll be an error on the first baseman. Tristan Doster will come in. That's a tough hitter to follow up here for Bettendorf, as Myers is on first base, and Doster has not gone yard yet tonight. Has 12 home runs so far this season. The all-time leading home run getter in Fort Dodge school history. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. 12 of them this year. A lot of good home run hitters hit 12, 13, 14 home runs in their career. Doster's hit 12 this year. And that one is taken inside for a ball. The other thing here for Doster, it's interesting to note here when she comes to the bat, she has not struck out. Yeah, I'm 100% serious with you. Tristan Doster here for Fort Dodge. In 107 plate appearances, she's going to have a base hit. Myers is going to move over to second base. Has not struck out this season. And you'll see that sometimes with a batter that maybe hits 14, 15 times a year. Okay, she gets on base, that's cool. But Doster now has 110 plate appearances this year and no strikeouts. Just incredible. Base hit moves Myers over to second base, and runners are at first and second with two outs. As Lowry will step in and bat here on the 5 spot. Martina Lowry, a junior. 40 hits for her on the year. She's 0 for 1 in this contest. It'll be 2-0. She walked her first time up, and then she grounded out to the shortstop. A good play there by the shortstop, Del Vecchio, to get it over to first base, and then a splits by the first baseman at Tierlink to make the play. As that one's in there for a called strike, and I mean the splits. Sometimes they'll do like a half splits to make a play. Nope, she was completely legs sprawled out on the ground, splits to make the play, and that was the only way they were going to get the out too. Great play by her. 2-2 with the count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Lowry wears number 4, bats here in the 5-hole. Looking for more RBIs, 32 of them on the season. She has a runner at second base. With this 2-2 count, it's a 4-0 Fort Dodge lead, as you'll see down there in the bottom right-hand corner of the scoreboard. Rigdon the fire. And it's going to be a foul ball. The sun's starting to set here in Fort Dodge, right next to the Fort Dodge Airport. Seen a couple of planes in and out today. They fly really low over the field here, obviously, because to land, the landing strip is just across the road here from the sports complex. So they're pretty low on this field when they're going across. Swing and a miss. They'll fire out of first base, and it will be an out. So drop third strike, swinging for out number 3. We've played 4 here in this Class 5A quarterfinal. Right now, it's all Fort Dodge. They lead 4-0. We'll see if Bettendorf can get it started in the 5th when we come back on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. You've seen Craig Hill up on your screen a couple of times, the president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. And the digital network is powered by our good friends at Mid-American Energy Company. You see them up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Look at this beautiful complex here in Fort Dodge. You got the Iowa Central Field just behind the bleachers there where the Bettendorf fans are sitting. A little concession stand in the middle. The American flag, of course, displayed there. And all the fans roaming around here at the sports complex here in Fort Dodge, where Waukee is currently leading at Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 3-0 is the score across the way on the Iowa Central Field. You see Jalen Adams warming up. She has a no-hitter so far through 4 complete innings. 37 pitches. 4 complete innings. She's thrown 37 pitches, no hits. The only base runner so far for Bettendorf has been an error. 5, 6, and 7 all due up here for the Bettendorf Bulldogs in the 5th. And it starts with Olivia Anderson. Swing and a miss, strike 1. There's a good pitch and a foul tip caught by Doster behind the plate. It'll be 0-2 count. Coach Mathis down the third base side watches as Anderson sends this one in the air to left field for out number 1 here in the 5th. Hey fans, as a reminder, Central College has new tuition prices of just $18,600. That means the college experience that opens the door for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever. And scholarships are still available. So get out there, find those scholarships, apply today at central.edu. Central.edu. Left fielder Wirtz makes the play for out number 1. And Adams continues to deal. It's Sarah Rigdon now in the 6th spot. She's 0 for 1 in the contest. She popped out to the first baseman Myers, which ended an inning earlier in the contest, ended the 3rd. This one's popped up. Oh, that one nearly landed on the little ledge over there on the side of the screen. You see right where the on-deck circle is, and the batter is warming up there on your screen next to that IGHSAU logo. There's a little ledge over there, and the ball nearly landed on that ledge. It rolled off at the last second. That would have been some good aim from the batter Rigdon if she would have been able to land that on that foul ball over there on top of that little ledge. It's not very big. It's only about a softball width. 2-2 the count now. This one fouled up again. This time it's going to reach the seats, and Somebody's got themselves a souvenir. Softballs have the IGHSAU logo on them. They're kind of cool. Of course, that normal color of green, yellowish. I don't know what you actually call that color. Inside called strike 3. So another strikeout for Jalen Adams. Strikeout number 4 on the game for Adams. But then it also has the IGHSAU logo on those softballs. They're really cool. I was joking about the souvenir. Unfortunately, for the fan that caught that, we'll have to return that to the dugout. Get expensive to let all the foul balls be kept. That one's outside for a ball. These hitters are so good fouling off these pitches. We've seen all throughout this quarterfinal round. Sends a lot of them out of play. The batter is Erpelding. As she swings through that one, it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Top of the 5th inning. Fort Dodge leading 4-0. 7 and 8 are the next 2 batters. 7 batting right now, Erpelding. And the 8-hole hitter is on deck for Bettendorf. Harrison. And Harrison will bat if Erpelding can reach, but it's right now a 1 ball and 2 strike count here in the 5th inning. Ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Lowry, and she'll fire it 4-3 on a routine play over to first base in time for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's time to stretch here in Fort Dodge. The Dodgers right now pitching a shutout. They lead 4-0. We're back for the bottom of the 5th on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Back to Fort Dodge as you see the 6-hitter Davis walking to the plate. She'll be the next batter on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. The fans and the public address announcer, Mr. Fitzpatrick, here singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. For the 5th inning stretch, though, you're going to have to sing it to yourself at home. I'm not singing to you, if that's what you were expecting. He sings, Mr. Fitzpatrick does. He's singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game to the fans here, has all week long, does every year. But you're going to have to sing it at home by yourself. No balls and 1 strike the count. Ground ball to the pitcher and a miscommunication. Nobody covering the bag. And Rigdon couldn't throw it over to first base. And safe over at first base is going to be Davis. It's going to be a base hit. Nobody there to cover the bag. She bunts it back. And a double clutch waiting for Scholl to get there. And it will be a bunt single for Fort Dodge to lead things off here in the 5th inning. And they're going to go for another bunt, as Wirtz will send one back to the pitcher. And they fire over to second base to check on Davis. It'll be a sac bunt, and Davis nearly gets in there. will score that a sack bunt. Davis moves to second base. Fort Dodge trying to add on to their lead. The Dodgers made the semifinal round a year ago after beating this Bettendorf squad. And that one's going to get behind the catcher. Pelding. It'll be a wild pitch. He moves the runner over to third base. 1 ball and no strike to count. They got out of the quarterfinal round and made it to the semifinal round last year as a squeeze bunt, and the runner's safe. The umpire says safe. The Bettendorf dugout does not agree, as Coach Mathis is going to come out and talk about this one. Let's take a replay of it. The squeeze bunt, the throw over to first base. Was it in time? You make the call at home. Too close, and we have really good umpires that are right on top of it, making the call. It's a bang-bang play, and the umpires are right there to make the play. So it'll be a bunt single. Davis will come over to score. Klinger is on first base. And time will be called as Bettendorf will get together to talk about this one in the circle. Rigdon has 86 pitches so far in the game through 4 1/3. Let's take a look in depth with her as she's thrown 51 strikes, a 60% strike rate so far through 4 1/3 that she's pitched. Wills will be the batter. She's 1 for 1 so far in the contest here in the 9 spot. She had a sac bunt and a single here in the 9 spot. We mentioned she is not your normal 9-hole hitter. 31 hits on the year, 21 RBI, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and she's walked 7 times. She's not your, sometimes coaches, will sneak in a good hitter in the 9 spot, and they do with Wills. And that's honestly with Fort Dodge, you got good up and down, but 9-hole hitter is hitting 31 or having 31 hits and 21 RBIs is pretty good for Coach Adams, including a hit so far in the game and a successful sac bunt. So she's 1 for 1. Runner Klinger is over at first base after she bunted for a single moments ago. Brought in a run and RBI, and it's 5-0. This one bunted down the first base side. Tierlink will scoop it and fire it over to first in time. It'll be a sac bunt. So another sacrifice bunt for the 9-hole hitter. Wills moves Klinger over to second base. And obviously you see Coach Adam trust her. Twice she's made sacrifice bunts. And they're going to intentionally walk Jalen Adams. So Jalen Adams will be intentionally walked to first base, and that'll bring a courtesy runner, Peterson, in to run. So Adams is now on base 4 for 4 tonight. Perfect on base percentage. So Peterson is at first base. 2 walks and 2 base hits for Jalen Adams. Has Fort Dodge threatening with 2 outs in the 5th. Rigdon will fire to Bennett. They would rather face Bennett than Adams, though Bennett also can swing the stick quite well. "53 hits on the year for Tori Bennett. So you're walking Adams, who has 45, but obviously the power you get from Adams. And you get Tori Bennett, who has collected 53 hits this season. And some confusion, and the runner's just going to take third base. Let's watch that again. They squared the bunt. They looked over at first base, and no play as Klinger will just take third base. Nobody was covering originally, and Klinger saw that and just said, here, I'm going to have it. 2-0. Base hit up the middle, or left side, left of the middle, and it will be a run scored for Fort Dodge from Tori Bennett. So the RBI comes in anyway, and that's big from Klinger that stole the base a moment ago. Because the stolen base will turn into an RBI for Tori Bennett. I'm not sure she scores if she's at second base. It is now 6-0 Fort Dodge. As you can hear the Fort Dodge fans above us, pretty excited about that one. Myers will step in. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Myers 0 for 3 in the contest. The 8th grader has been a dominant force for Fort Dodge this year. 7 home runs, 8 doubles, 55 RBI in her first season on varsity softball. Right back up the middle. It's snared by the pitcher Rigdon, and she'll fire over to first base in time for out number 3. The Dodgers will strand 2, but they score 2 more on 3 hits. And we'll see the back half of the order for Bettendorf come up in the top half of the 6th inning. We played 5. It's Fort Dodge 6, Bettendorf 0. We're back for more softball on the IGHSAU Digital Network right after this.
The yeses are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
Nothing feels quite as free as being out here.
Except this free soda.
Where'd you get free soda?
At Casey's, you can win all kinds of free stuff.
I love free.
Then you'll love this. Bought this jerky, won this free donut.
I love donuts.
And these chips can win me the big one.
What?
A free concert from country music superstar Lee Brice.
I love free Lee Brice.
With Casey's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes, the more you buy, the more you can win, including a free Lee Brice concert for your town.
Free Lee!
No.
The IGHSAU State Softball Championships are presented by our friends at the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Hello, everybody. Zara Negastal with you behind home plate. As you see the scoreboard flash up there, it's been all Fort Dodge so far in this quarterfinal. And they're going to check down at first base to see if she went around, and she did not. You see Doster there. She's an experienced catcher, been doing it for many years here for Fort Dodge. As she's wrapping up her high school career. Swing and a miss. She turns around and asks the umpire, can you ask him if she swung? You'll see a lot of high school catchers that will just start pointing at the first base umpire or the third base umpire and say, hey. And in high school softball, you can't do that. But you see Doster, very experienced. She'll turn around and she asks the umpire, can you ask? And I think the umpires like that a little bit more than just you saying, hey, was that a swing? They like you, hey, can you ask nicely? Doster did, and a veteran umpire behind the plate here in this quarterfinal game. Many, many years behind the plate and in the field doing games. Did ask, and she did not go around, but it's going to turn into a strikeout anyway for the Fort Dodge Dodger junior pitcher, Jalen Adams. Magistral will step in, bat here in the 9th spot. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. A sacrifice in her only at-bat so far in this game is Magistral. Magistrelli. 0-2. Adams looking for another strikeout. It's inside. 58 pitches is all it's taken Jalen Adams to get through 5 1/3 thus far. Up and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. You see the protective netting right behind Us, we're just below that camera here behind home plate. Good view. I heard somebody earlier here in the media area say you could probably sell tickets down here for a pretty good clip, and you could. It's what a great view we have here at a great facility in Fort Dodge, the IGHSAU State Championships. As you see, a nice ground ball. Bennett fires it over to Myers in time for out number 2. Just a good fielding play by Bennett. Strong throw across the diamond, and Myers able to get it cleanly. Doster running down the line to make sure if that ball does get behind Myers that it's stopped there. And if the runner decides to take off, she's going to be out. They bunt right back to Adams, and she makes the play. A 1-3 put out for out number 3. And Jalen Adams is perfect through 6 innings as we head. Mac, we'll be right back here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you, and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here to Fort Dodge, the IGHSAU State Softball Championships. As Fort Dodge coming to bat here once again in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Jalen Adams, a no-hitter so far through 6. And we'll see 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Fort Dodge Dodgers, and it will start. And we have some changes for Bettendorf. As the shortstop, we told you that if we see a pitching change, it will probably be the shortstop, Del Vecchio. So Del Vecchio is into pitch. The pitcher, Rigdon, will head down to first base. And that's a substitution. Pitching change, substitution, brought to you by our friends at IMT. Be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Ripped out into left field. It's going to be a base hit for Doster. She's heading for second base, and she's going to be in safely with a double. Tristan Doster picks up the double. It's going to be double number 15 on the season for the senior. And Martina Lowry will step in now with a runner at second base. Trying to make sure we find out. I think that might be trying to figure out who the new shortstop is. We'll get to you that as soon as we have confirmed. We do know that Doster's got a double. First pitch is a strike. Del Vecchio is making her 21st appearance this year, 91 1/3 innings, 57 earned runs, a 4.37 ERA for the senior in the circle. She started the game at shortstop, and offering at it is Lowry. So it'll be a strike. 65 strikeouts. She's given up now 142 hits, 27 walks. 2-hit batter. She's 11-7 on the year. She was the other one that could have possibly started this game. Between her and Rigdon, they have had the most time. Actually, Del Vecchio has the most innings. This one in the air towards right field. It's deep and it's off the wall. 1 run will score. Lowry's rounding third. Can she have a triple? The throw is not in time. Lowry with a triple. She slides in safely off the right field wall. Doster will score. And it's Fort Dodge 7, Bettendorf 0.
7-0.
Davis will step in the 6th spot. Maya Davis with a runner over at third base. 13 hits and 7 runs for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Here in the 6th inning. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Davis is 2 for 3 in the contest. She struck out swinging and singled on a bunt to third base, along with singled on a bunt to the pitcher. So a couple of bunts by Davis, and she's reached on both of them. 2 for 3. She did square her first attempt here. We'll see if she does so again. No, she was looking to slap. They fire it down to third base, and she's out. What a laser from Erpelding. Let's watch that again. Erpelding behind the plate with an absolute laser. The second runner she's thrown out in this contest. Threw one out second base earlier, and yeah, good call by our umpire at third base as the shortstop was able to get the tag on, and a great throw. Lowry is out. Picked off over at third base. It'll be out number 1. Bases are clear now for Davis, who has taken a couple of balls to make it a 2-ball and 1-strike count. Left-handed batter for the Dodgers. Davis softly, third base side. It's not in time. 3 infield hits today for Maya Davis, and she has reached for Fort Dodge in the 6th spot. The third baseman is now Tierlink, who started. No, excuse me, that's still Rigdon over at third base. Davis is going to take off, and this time it won't be. It's in the center field. Davis, though, didn't see it originally. The ball was thrown well from Erpelding, or on a line from Erpelding, but a bit high. Goes over her shortstop's head and into center field. Davis, though, didn't see it. You can see Coach Adams originally was saying, come on, come on, come on. And then once she didn't see it originally, she quickly put up the stop sign. It's a no, stay. A very active coach is Coach Adams down the third base side. She's probably has touched almost every piece of dirt on the left side of the infield so far in this game with her feet. She is all over the place, very active. High energy, I think, is a word they use for it. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Always coaching. There's always a coaching moment. 1 ball and 1 strike, bottom of the 6th inning. Runner at second base is Davis for Fort Dodge. They lead 7-0. They're trying to add on to their lead. Bottom 6. That one comes back, and it's going to be a wild pitch that will move the runner over to third base. As that one missed the catcher completely for Del Vecchio. Wild pitch. There's what will be scored as. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Fort Dodge trying to add some more insurance before they'll have a chance to move on to the state semifinals in the top half of the 7th inning. 3-1. Fort Dodge last year making the state semifinals for the first time since 2006, beating this Bettendorf team. Now they're trying to reach it in back-to-back years, both against Bettendorf. That'll be a swinging strike from Wirtz as she was attempting to bunt. Runner at third base is still Davis, who has 3 infield hits for Fort Dodge tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Wirtz will go down. We can give you the final line on Rigdon also, who started the game. She went 5 complete innings, faced 30 batters through 91 pitches, 55 for strikes, 36 for balls. She allowed 6 runs, all of them were earned on 11 hits. She walked 4, struck out 2, an 8.4 ERA, a 3 whip. She left 9 Fort Dodge runners on base. This one, a line drive to the second baseman, and it's snared there by Scholl for out number 3. Bettendorf able to get out of it. Fort Dodge 3 outs away from the state semifinals for only the second time since 2006, and in back-to-back years. We'll see if they can do it when we come back on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Iowa Girls State Softball Championships, which are presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy. The first time it happened was in 1974 by Nancy Campbell of North Polk. The last time it happened, last year, Grace Flanagan of North Lynn. Jalen Adams is 3 outs away from a no-hitter. It would be the 58th in state history if she's able to do so. And just 3 outs away here for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. She will face the heart of the Bettendorf order, though, 2, 3, and 4. The first pitch will miss for a ball. It happened twice in 2019. None in 18 and 17, 16, just about a little over 1 per year. There's been 51 state tournaments here in Fort Dodge and 57 no-hitters. So there's been a little over 1 per year since the tournament has been, in the time that the tournament's been here in Fort Dodge. Not all of them have happened. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Adams has thrown 64 pitches so far in the contest, as this one's fouled back. 44 strikes, 68% strike rate for Jalen Adams so far in the contest. As that one's fouled back, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Tierlink is 0 for 2. She struck out swinging and struck out looking. She's 2 of Adams' strikeouts thus far, and make that 3 as she strikes out swinging once again. Adams collecting strikeout number 6. 6 strikeouts throughout her game so far, and her and Fort Dodge are 2 outs away from going to the semifinals in back-to-back years, and both in the quarterfinals wins over Bettendorf. Though the Bulldogs have spoiler on their mind, as the pitcher Del Vecchio will step in from the right side to face Adams. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fort Dodge has been dreaming about this tournament all season long. They have one thing on their mind, and that is gold. They thought it was going to come down to them and Muscatine, but Bettendorf eliminated Muscatine in the regional finals, and now Fort Dodge can think about gold. but they've got a tough 5A field to go through. This ball will land on top of the Bettendorf dugout. It'll be a foul ball. Good chase by both Myers and Doster behind the plate. Going after that one. Do have an update from Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. 7-3 in the top of the fifth. Waukee leading. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. That's the 5-4 game. Outside for ball 3. It's a full count. We've had a couple of full counts. Adams, you know she's going to be looking for the strike zone here. She shakes off the first 2 from Doster. Now she'll fire one, and this one's fouled off. Doster gave her 3 pitches before she was looking for the one she wanted. She shook off the first 2 and then settled on the third one, which is a foul ball here from Del Vecchio, the 3-hitter for Bettendorf. 47 RBI on 58 hits so far this year. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adams with strikeout number 7. And we can talk about it now. No matter what happens in this last at-bat, she will be our Casey's General Store player of the game. Fans, Casey's General Store is proud to sponsor the Iowa High School Athletic Association and today's Casey's General Store player of the game. Casey's is the heart of Iowa, many Iowa communities, and cheering on our local teams and fans, making sure they have fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards. Jalen Adams is the Casey's General Store player of the game here in this Class 5A quarterfinal. She has 2 strikes. She is 1 strike away from becoming the 58th pitcher all time. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's fielded, fired over to first. It's caught at first base. A good play by the shortstop, Bennett. She gets it over to first. It's scooped by Myers. And Jalen Adams has just become the 58th Iowan to complete a no-hitter in a state tournament game. She is our Casey's General Store player of the game. Let's watch it again. Bennett with a nice play to Myers, scooped by the 8th grader over at first base. And that is going to do it here from Fort Dodge. The fans will head home their short drive happy as Fort Dodge comes out victorious and are on to the state semifinals for only the second time since 2006. They've come in back-to-back years against this Bettendorf team, and Jalen Adams now joins only 58 other Iowa women to collect a no-hitter in an Iowa State tournament game. She joins Grace Flanagan, who did it last year for North Lynn. Mackenzie Huckup did it for Independence in 2019. Isabella True for West Liberty also in 2019. The first one, Nancy Campbell, in 1974 for North Pole. Congratulations to Adams. Congratulations to Fort Dodge. They are off to the state semifinals. In the win, Adams goes 7 complete innings. No hits, no runs, no errors. Or rather, there was 1 error. No hits, no runs. No walks. She struck out 7. 77 pitches she threw, 53 of them for strikes. Faced 22 batters. Only 1 over the minimum from Bettendorf. The loss goes to Emily Rigdon. 5 complete innings, 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Del Vecchio comes in. She allows 3 hits, 1 run, 1 error. And Fort Dodge is off to the semifinals. They will play tomorrow night against the winner of Kennedy and Waukee, which is currently Waukee leading 7-3. We'll have that for you right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. I want to thank everybody behind the scenes that has worked hard today. The camera operators, our producer, Ruben, doing a great job for us throughout the day. All of our great, amazing producers. We're through the quarterfinals here on our diamond. Not quite through them all together. We'll have the semifinals tomorrow. The first semifinals will take the field at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Newell Fonda and Southeast Warren right here on the Kruger Seeds Field. 11 a.m. tomorrow will take the field. Once again, congratulations to all the teams that have advanced on to the semifinals. And now we'll get to set our finalists who will take the field on Thursday and Friday to win state championships, in Fort Dodge is hoping to be one. 7-0 the final score once again here from Fort Dodge as the home team, Fort Dodge Dodgers, win on 14 hits. They committed 1 error, 3 errors for Bettendorf in the game, and it's 7-0 blanking for Fort Dodge. Thanks again to Ruben and everybody here at the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company, and thanks to our great sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, to power everything and make sure everything goes well. We appreciate our friends at the Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Zaron Egestall signing off for everybody on the digital network here from our Kruger Seeds field. You can jump over to the Iowa Central field to listen to the remainder of the quarterfinals. The last game going on over there, Waukee and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Zaron Egestall saying good night from Fort Dodge.